So because of Manchester Day, you're providing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. ఈరోజు యాక్చువల్లీ మాంచెస్టర్ డే అని చెప్పేసి ఒక షో వేస్తున్నారు 7:30కి ఐ థింక్ సో. యప్, 7:30కి. ఇప్పుడే థియేటర్కి వచ్చి పాస్ తీసుకున్నాను. ఈరోజు అయితే షో చూసి ఎంజాయ్ చేద్దాం. సో వై ది పాస్? వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ పాస్?
It's a ticket.
అమ్మాయి అడిగింది నువ్వు చెప్పిందేంటి?
Hi, so welcome to the Royal Exchange. This is a theatre ticket for the importance of being earnest tonight. It's the final show and it's Manchester Day, so happy Manchester Day.
Your good name, please?
My name is Olivia Premier.
థ్యాంక్ యూ
Thank you.
సో మచ్. రాజమౌళి గారు, మీ సినిమా వేస్తే బాగుండండి. ఎదురుగానే థియేటర్ ఉంది, థియేటర్లో ఉన్న మూవీ. ఇందాక పాస్ అక్కడే తీసుకున్నాం. మీరు బయట నుంచి థియేటర్ చూపించలేదు కదా, ఇదే థియేటర్. సో మనది బ్లూ స్టైర్స్ అంట. ఇది రెడ్ కలర్ స్టైర్, అక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా బ్లూ కలర్ స్టైర్, బ్లూ స్టైర్స్. అండ్ మనది సెకండ్ గ్యాలరీ. సో ఇదే బ్లూ. మనకి సీట్ ఎత్తుక్కోవడం రాకపోతే అమ్మాయి వచ్చి సీట్ ఎత్తికి పెట్టిద్దంట. పెళ్ళైపోయింది కదా, మనం ఎత్తుక్కుందాం. A48 ఇక్కడ 30 ఉన్నాయి, 49 ఇక్కడ ఉంది. సో నాకు తెలిసి దీని ముందే ఉందేమో. ఫైనల్గా థియేటర్కి అయితే వచ్చాము. థియేటర్ అన్నారు, స్క్రీన్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది? కూర్చోబెట్టడం అయితే బాల్కనీలో కూర్చోబెట్టారు, స్క్రీన్ మాత్రం లేదు. ఆపోజిట్లో మీకు చూపిస్తాను చూడండి. ఇదే థియేటర్ ఏమో వీళ్ళకి.
ఇక్కడ నుంచి డ్రామా అనేది స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. కొంత డ్రామాని నేను ఎడిట్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ నుంచి లాస్ట్ వరకు కూడా ఎక్కువ శాతం డ్రామానే ఉంటుంది. ఈ వీడియోలో ఎక్కువ భాగం డ్రామాని ఎందుకు ఉంచుతున్నానంటే, ఇక్కడ డ్రామాలు ఇలా జరుగుతాయి అని చెప్పి మీకు తెలియడం కోసం అని చెప్పేసి నేను ఇలా ఉంచేస్తున్నాను. ఒకవేళ బోర్ కొడితే మాత్రం నన్ను తిట్టుకోకండి.
Well, I'm sorry for that, for your sake. I don't play accurately. Anyone can play accurately, but I play with wonderful expression. As far as the piano is concerned, sentiment is my forte.
Yes.
Did you get the cucumber sandwiches for Lady Bracknell?
Yes.
By the way, for 10 minutes so that you can propose to Gwendolyn. Can we go to Willis's tonight? Yeah, I suppose so, if you want to. Yes, but you must be serious about it. I hate people who are not serious about food. It's so shallow.
Okay, fine.
Good afternoon, Algernon. I hope you are behaving very well.
I'm feeling very well, Aunt Augusta.
That's not quite the same thing. In fact, the two things rarely go together.
Lady Bracknell. Dear me. You're smart.
I'm always smart. Aren't I, Ernest?
You are quite perfect.
I hope I'm not that. It would leave no room for developments, and I intend to develop in many directions. I'm sorry if we're a little late, Algernon. I was obliged to call on dear Lady Harbury. I haven't been there since her poor husband's death. I never saw a woman so altered. She looks quite 20 years younger. And now I'll have a cup of tea and one of those cucumber sandwiches you promised me.
Certainly, Aunt Augusta.
Won't you come and sit here, Gwendolyn? Thanks, Mamma. I am quite comfortable where I am.
Good heavens. Lane, why are there no cucumber sandwiches? Especially.
Quite extraordinary. Fortnum's had run out of cucumbers this morning. I went there twice.
That will do, Lane. Thank you. I'm greatly distressed, Aunt Augusta, about there being no cucumber sandwiches.
It really makes no matter, Algernon. I had some crumpets with Lady Carberry, who seems to me to be living entirely for pleasure now.
I'm afraid, Aunt Augusta, I shall have to give up the pleasure of dining with you tonight after all.
I hope not, Algernon. It would ruin the seating plan. Your uncle would have to dine upstairs. Fortunately, he is accustomed to that.
I'm afraid my poor friend Bunbury is very ill again. They seem to think that I should be with him.
This Mr. Bunbury seems to suffer from curiously bad health.
Yes, poor Bunbury is a dreadful invalid.
Well, a few expurgations. Gwendolyn. Coming, Mamma.
Charming day.
Please don't talk to me about the weather.
I'm sorry.
Whenever people talk to me about the weather, I always feel quite certain that they mean something else, and that makes me so nervous.
I do mean something else.
I thought so. In fact, I am never wrong.
And I would like to be allowed to take advantage of Lady Bracknell's temporary absence.
I'm certainly advised to do so. Mamma has a way of coming back suddenly into a room that I've often had to speak to her about.
Gwendolyn, ever since I've met you, I have admired you more than any girl I've ever met since I met you.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that fact. I often wish that in public, at any rate, you'd been more demonstrative. And for me, you have always had an irresistible fascination. Even before I met you, I was far from indifferent to you. We live, as I hope you know, Mr. Worthing, in an age of truths. I mean, the fact is constantly mentioned in the more expensive monthly magazines. And my truth has always been to love someone of the name Ernest. There is something in that name that inspires absolute confidence. The moment Algernon first mentioned to me that he had a friend called Ernest, I knew I was destined to love you.
You love me, Gwendolyn.
Passionately.
Well, darling, you don't know how happy you've made me.
My own Ernest.
But you don't mean to say you couldn't love me if my name wasn't Ernest.
But your name is Ernest.
Yeah, I know it is. But supposing it was something else, do you mean to say you couldn't love me then?
Oh, that's really a metaphysical speculation. And like most metaphysical speculations, has very little reference at all to the actual facts of real life as we know them. Music of its own, it produces vibration.
Gwendolyn, will you marry me?
Of course I will, darling. How long you've taken over it. I'm afraid you have very little experience in how to propose.
Well, I've never loved anyone.
Yes, but men often propose for practice. Or I know my brother Gerald does. All my girlfriends tell me so. What wonderfully blue eyes you have, Ernest. They're quite blue. I hope you'll always look at me just like that, especially when there are other people present.
Mr. Worthing, rise from this semi-recumbent posture.
Mother, please go back into the other room. This is no place for you. Mr. Worthing is not quite finished yet.
Finished what, may I ask?
We are engaged, Mamma.
I have a few questions to put to you, Mr. Worthing. While I am making these inquiries, you, Gwendolyn, will wait for me downstairs.
Mamma.
Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn.
Yes, Mamma.
You take a seat.
I've been very bad, in my own small way.
Well, I don't think you should be so proud of that. Though I'm sure it must have been very pleasant.
Oh, it is much pleasanter being here with you.
I can't understand why you're here at all. Uncle Jack won't be back until Monday afternoon.
Oh, well, that is a great disappointment. I'm obliged to go down by the first train on Monday morning. I have a business appointment that I am anxious to miss.
Well, couldn't you miss it anywhere but in London?
No. The appointment is in London.
Still, I think you had better wait until Uncle Jack arrives. I know he wants to speak to you about your emigrating.
About my what?
You're emigrating. Uncle Jack is sending you to Australia.
Australia! I'd rather die.
Well, he said at dinner on Wednesday night that you would have to choose between this world, the next world, and Australia.
Well, the accounts I have received of Australia and the next world are not particularly encouraging. This world is good enough for me, Cecily.
Yes, but are you good enough for it?
I'm afraid I'm not that. That is why I want you to reform me. You might make that your mission, if you don't mind.
I'm afraid I've no time this afternoon.
Well, would you mind my reforming myself this afternoon?
Oh, I think you should try.
I will. I feel better already.
You're looking a little worse.
That is because I'm hungry.
Oh, how thoughtless of me. I should have remembered that when one is going to lead an entirely new life, one requires regular and wholesome meals. Won't you come in?
Thank you. Might I have a buttonhole first? A pink rose?
Why?
Because you are like a pink rose, Cecily.
I don't think it can be right for you to talk to me like that. Prism never says such things to me.
Well, then Miss Prism is a short-sighted old lady. You are the prettiest girl I ever saw.
I don't think I would care to catch a sensible man. I should know what to talk to him about.
You shall be joining the refreshments after Evensong, my friend. You are too much alone. Do not.
మనం ఎక్కువసేపు చూడలేకపోతున్నాం కానీ చాలా టాలెంటెడ్ అండి. అక్కడ చేసే ప్రతి ఆర్టిస్ట్ కూడా ఆల్మోస్ట్ 3 అవర్స్ డ్రామాని సింగిల్ టేక్లోనే అలా వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. అన్ని డైలాగ్స్ వాళ్ళు గుర్తుపెట్టుకొని అంత పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ చేయడం అంటే ఇంపాసిబుల్. చాలా గ్రేట్ ఈ విషయంలో మాత్రం. కాకపోతే నేను ఎక్కువసేపు చూడలేకపోయాను, నాకు నిద్ర వచ్చేస్తుంది. వాళ్ళ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ మాత్రం చాలా బాగుంది. నాకు మెయిన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ కొంచెం అర్థం కావట్లా వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతుంది, దానివల్ల కొంచెం బోరింగ్గా అనిపిస్తుంది. కొన్ని డైలాగ్స్ అర్థమవుతున్నాయి, అర్థమైనంత వరకు కామెడీ కానీ అది బాగా జనరేట్ చేశారు. ఫైనల్గా ఈరోజు మాంచెస్టర్ డే అయితే గడిచిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోస్లో ఇంకా మంచి కంటెంట్ ఇస్తాను. మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోలో కలుద్దాం. సీ యూ, బాయ్.